Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in the News. I'm Sheila Callaham, and this is a big week for age, so let's jump right in. Last Tuesday, the world's largest aerospace and defense company, with over 185,000 employees worldwide and approximately $69 billion in revenues in 2023, was hit with a class action age discrimination lawsuit. RTX, formerly known as Raytheon, is said to have routinely rejected and deterred job candidates age 40 and older while giving preference to recent college grads. This practice defies an Equal Employment Opportunity, EEOC, final determination letter that was issued in March of 2021 and stated that the company's hiring practices violated the Federal Age Discrimination in Employment Act, known as ADEA. Not only was Raytheon systematically dismissing qualified talent on the basis of age or years of experience, the EEOC also found that Raytheon used discriminatory language in their job advertisements. Job ads indicating a hiring preference or using terms and phrases such as age 25 to 35, young, college students, recent college graduate, or other similar terms and phrases deter the employment of older persons and is a violation of the ADEA. The company has publicly documented its labor shortage in recent years and its desperate search for skilled employees. Despite the talent sustainability challenges and the EEOC's earlier warning about its discriminatory hiring practices, the lawsuit claims that Raytheon continued to pursue new and recent college graduates while systematically dismissing older qualified talent simply because they were not recent graduates or whose experience exceeded the desired experience requirement. The 62-page class action lawsuit claims 9 counts of misconduct by the company. The suit seeks in part an order for Raytheon to provide equal employment opportunities for all age candidates, to eradicate the effects of past and present unlawful employment practices, and to provide damages for the plaintiff and members of the class action. Peter Romer Friedman, one of the 3 firms filing the case, said that he is seeing more age discrimination lawsuits because older workers are fed up with the status quo. They know their rights and they have the courage to stand up to this harmful bias. An RTX company spokesperson said that the company believes these claims to be without merit and that they will actively defend their hiring practices, which means, of course, that they'll continue to deny older applicants equitable opportunity. So if you are age 40 and older, and if you have applied to a job at Raytheon for which you were qualified but not given an opportunity to interview, you may want to join the class action lawsuit. The court will decide when other former Raytheon applicants can opt in to the collective action. Typically, it's a 2 to 3 month wait between the court order and the deadline to join the case. When I shared the news of this lawsuit on LinkedIn, there were a lot of interesting comments, and I'll include the link to the post in the show notes if you want to scan through some of them. I love it when people comment because it provides a lot of insights into what's going on around this topic across the U.S. and across the globe. These insights are very helpful, and in this particular case, actually quite a few of those insights validated some of the charges in the lawsuit. Speaking of LinkedIn, a petition has begun on change.org asking LinkedIn to step in to protect older workers. The petition is asking LinkedIn to protect older workers from ageism by enabling members to, 1, add experiences without dates, and 2, order the experiences as preferred. Right now, members only have 2 choices. You can either omit the experience and risk losing the benefit of that experience, or 2, you add it with the date and possibly face ageism. This change will help members emphasize their experiences without being automatically dismissed by recruiters, either subconsciously or otherwise, on account of age. The petition is seeking 500 signatures, and at the time of this recording has only 389. And yes, mine is one of them. So if you want to learn more or sign the petition, look for the link in the show notes. Switching gears, North Dakota has become the first U.S. state to cap the age for congressional office, testing a 1995 Supreme Court ruling against term limits. Those in their late 70s will not be eligible to run, and those already in office will have to resign before turning 81. Attorney William Goren from Decatur, Georgia, shared with me an article he wrote arguing that if challenged, the North Dakota constitutional amendment will not survive. If you enjoy reading legal arguments, Goren provides a very thorough review of the possibilities. Finally, a St. Louis, Missouri restaurant imposed age restrictions. No women under 30 and no men under 35 are allowed. Aside from the age issue, don't you wonder why women can be 30 but men have to be 35? It's a little age sex bias going on there. Anyway, Bliss, this upscale West African Caribbean eatery, wrote on Facebook that the policies in place to ensure, quote, a mature, sophisticated, and safe dining experience for everyone, or as they put it on an Instagram post, to offer, quote, a grown and sexy vibe. The owner is Marvin Pate, who, at age 36, just barely makes the age cutoff. The Washington Post said that age limits are legal at restaurants, though sometimes it can stir up a controversy when kids are involved. But according to the Times, requiring different ages for men and women hits this legal gray area. Sarah Jane Hunt, who specializes in discrimination lawsuits, says that her knee-jerk reaction is that it is technically illegal. Travis Crum, an associate law professor at Washington University in St. Louis, agrees, citing Missouri's Human Rights Act, which prohibits discrimination by public accommodations on the basis of sex. My question is, if someone can say, we don't want women under 30 or men under 35 in our restaurant without consequence, what's to keep them from saying, we don't want, name your religion, name your race, name your ethnicity, your sexuality? The Washington Post article wrote that restaurants can impose age limits because age is not a protected class, quote, in that context. But last year, a Colorado baker who refused to make a wedding cake for a gay couple lost a ruling that he violated a state anti-discrimination law by not baking the cake. The Colorado Court of Appeals ruled that the baker violated the client's rights by denying service because of identity. So why would age not be a protected class in this sense if other dimensions of diversity are? So I've always said these issues are layered and complex, but I think very interesting to dig deep into. Thank you for joining me for This Week in the News. Don't forget to check the show notes for all the links to all the topics that I've talked about in today's episode. And I hope to see you again next week when we'll all be 1 week older. This Week in the News is sponsored by Age Equity Alliance, a Texas-based 501c3 working globally with progressive companies to competitively attract, develop, and retain talent across the age spectrum. If your company wants to understand more about how Age Equity Alliance can support your talent sustainability goals, email me at sheila.callaham@ageequityalliance.org. You can follow Age Equity Alliance on LinkedIn, listen to our podcasts on Spotify, watch hundreds of short videos to inspire team conversations about age and aging at work on our YouTube channel, or visit the website at ageequityalliance.org.